Hey guys, today we're going to be analyzing Verstappen's and Hamilton crash at the Silverstone Grand Prix. I apologize for the low quality, but I feel like I should do this unbiased analysis video. So here we are. We're going to see the video of the crash before anything. So
as well, the tyres come loose from the rim.
Yeah, but what? I said it wasn't over yet, didn't I, as they came out of Luffield.
Racing incidents.
This is what the stewards were thinking about.
Could Hamilton have done anything to give Max Verstappen room there and avoid that crash? He was on the inside, of course. Yeah. Was there a bit more room to the right?
So that's the video. As you can see, a very dramatic crash, but we are going to see whose fault it is, if it's anyone's fault or if it's simply a racing incident. So we're going to compare this with the sprint qualifying first. It had a similar move by Hamilton, we'll see. And in here roles are reversed, but we're going to see it's very important for this other crash too. So I've taken some screenshots here, which I think are the most important moments of the crash. So as we can see, just like in the sprint qualifying, Verstappen has gone to the inside to defend against Hamilton because we want that inside the line, and in sprint qualifying Hamilton went straight, like you can see in with this arrow, went to the outside, but now he knows what Verstappen is going to do and he decides to go to the right to take that inside line. Verstappen does not expect this, and so we can see here Hamilton is very close to the wall. There's little to no space almost, and he can only go straight from here. But now Verstappen sees him, so he goes to the left to leave some space. As we can see, there's barely any space from Lewis's car to the wall, but there is space between Lewis's car and Verstappen's car. So these are the lines they should take now, because Verstappen is going to the outside and he can take a normal outside line, while Hamilton, which is so close to the wall, is seeing that he's being given space, so he wants to go a bit to the left to take more of a racing line, and that is going to cause the crash. As we can see now, they are wheel to wheel. Verstappen is still ahead, so it's not Verstappen making a move, it's still Hamilton making a move while Verstappen is just defending. And this is what sparked the controversies, because we can see Hamilton has a lot of space between him and the wall, but as we said before, he's gone a bit to the outside to take a better racing line, but he hasn't considered the fact that there is another car besides him. In fact, this is going to cause a crash. As we can see, this is Verstappen's projected line, which is just normal, giving all the space to Hamilton. Hamilton has this space to the wall, which he's used to go to the left. I mean, he had space between his car and Verstappen's car, which he took advantage of to go a bit to the left, and as we can see, there's space to the wall here, and this is his projected line, but he hasn't quite matched the ideal line you should take in this situation, which is more like this one. So staying to the right, lifting up the throttle to avoid an incident, and taking a worse line, but definitely avoiding the incident. But Hamilton knows he needs this victory. He does not want to back up, so he's taking the risk, and as you can see, this is what happens. So again, this is Verstappen's projected line, this is Hamilton's line, which does not take completely on the apex, while this would be the ideal line, a bit more to the right. As we said, he might have to lift up the throttle, but he would definitely avoid the incident, but Lewis does not want to do that, and as we can see, he still has some space to the right. So what do I think about this after this analysis? I think this is 80% a racing incident, because it happened so fast. It definitely wasn't intentional. Lewis was racing hard, Verstappen was racing hard. If we need to give fault to somebody, if we need to blame somebody, I think it's 20% Hamilton's fault, even though again it was not intentional, of course, because he had some space to the wall here. He did not take it, but he didn't expect this to happen, and Verstappen definitely has no fault at all in this. He did nothing wrong, he could have done anything better than this. And regarding the post crash, I think the penalty should have been a drive-through, because I know penalties should be the same for everybody, but these are two championship rivals. Verstappen has a lead of 33 points, which is gained over 5 spectacular races, and losing 25 points, which is like the last 4 wins because of this, and then giving Hamilton a 10-second penalty, I don't think it's really enough, because if you see the Styrian Grand Prix or the Austrian Grand Prix, I don't quite remember, Tsunoda got a 10-second time penalty for crossing the pit entry by like 1 centimeter 2 times. That was not dangerous, this was really dangerous. Verstappen went to the hospital. Of course, you can judge a penalty based on the impact, it's not what you do as a steward, but you have to count on the consequences of this crash, in my opinion. I'm almost out of breath now because I'm not used to these kind of videos, but I would also like to encourage the people in the comments to act like civilized people, because I've seen some discussions on Instagram which are literally crazy, people insulting each other over this crash. It's incredible. Mercedes and the FIA also had to put out a post against the racism against Lewis Hamilton, and I think Red Bull will also do the opposite. A lot of Hamilton fans are insulting Verstappen, a lot of Verstappen fans are insulting Hamilton. It's really not an ideal situation, so please discuss it in a civilized way in the comments, or I might even delete comments if I see things like crash Tappen or racist insults to Hamilton. This is not what Formula 1 is about. This is not Drive to Survive. They are friends, they are rivals, but at the end what's important is the racing and the well-being of the drivers, and I'm very happy Verstappen didn't have big injuries. That would have been the worst thing possible. So please be civilized, discuss it in the comments. You may not agree with me, tell me, but not in a mocking way. Thank you.